Hi there, and welcome to Nodine and Joel's Low Silver / High Bronze Adventures. We're joining in halfway through because Nodine said the game was funny, and I just finished my game. We got Joel on support Ramus. Let's look at his build down here. Actually, you know what we should do while we're doing this? You'll notice we've got some unorthodox supports in the game here. We have support Cho'Gath versus support Ramus. Is that a good idea? No, not really. Here we see Nodine getting chased and making it away. The team engages, and Kale's about to get shit on, but she ults. Ezreal has no CC because he's a little girl, and so Kale is going to die. Over here, we see the purple team moving in, cutting off Riven. She dead. Cho'Gath takes a chomp out of her, like Scruff McGruff takes a bite out of Crime, and my camera just stopped there for a minute. Apparently, yeah, okay. But basically, the blue team is just getting shit on here, and as soon as Nodine dies, this is a good time to pause, and let's take a look at what we have in this game in general. So we've got Jungle Lee Sin against Jungle Udyr. Top lane, Garen versus Riven. Mid lane, Kale versus Zyra. And bottom lane, we had Ezreal and Ramus versus Varus and Cho'Gath. So as we can see, purple team's actually behind in gold, despite being slightly up in kills. Now the reason this is because although they're about to take some objectives of their own, hopefully, blue team has been taking objectives much better. We have 6 towers down for the blue team. It's looking like all outers and all inners. Yep. And we only have 3, those being all the outers for the purple team. Also, blue team's taken about 3 dragons, I believe. Purple team could have 1 or so. But so purple team is in fact about 5.5k gold behind. As for their item builds, we see Udyr's moving for the Triforce. Garen's gone Cleaver, Thornmail, Sunfire, so he's very susceptible to Kale, the only fed member on the blue team. Spirit Visage would have been much better than a Thornmail in his situation, despite their team being fairly 80 heavy. But anyways, yeah, Riven fed Garen pretty hard, so he can kind of do what he wants. Yeah, and Ezreal's doing alright, so this game could really go either way at this point, so let's play and see what happens. We've got Ramus coming in. This is Joel. He's high as fuck. He's actually be able to shove them off the start. And Garen might die here? I don't know. He's got Thornmail and Sunfires. This is a support. He doesn't really have a whole lot to kill, but that tremor damage is magical. So he tried to get a little cheeky there, tremor him over the walls, but not quite enough. Garen's going to make his way out, and could this be a call for Baron? No. Shame. So Joel does actually manage to save the turret there by just rolling around and scaring everyone, which is always a good thing. He has got, what's his, Face the Mountain? Yeah. Face the Mountain, Randuin's, Sightstone, everything a good support Ramus needs. Support Ramus, not something I would recommend. Especially now that they've nerfed his taunt, so his supporting capabilities are even weaker since you don't really get that much benefit of the mobility in a lane. Those are his 2 big points, but that's right. Alright, blue buff going to Kale, as it should. She stands the best chance here to carry the team. She is still behind in CS against Zyra, but similar situation on purple. Garen, despite having looked like he stomped his lane, Riven is ahead of CS him, and more significantly so than the mid laners. With a Baron being called here, that's probably in part due to Riven's Hydra purchase. That does help farm. And Joel's going to engage onto Udyr. Lee Sin comes in, but Udyr is fairly tanky at the moment. He's got that Warden's Mail, he's got that Ancient Golem, and he's got that Spirit Visage, but more importantly, both Lee Sin and Ramus are not that damage dealing, and Kale is going to go in, just blow Zyra the fuck up, and Udyr goes down to Riven. So this does put them in a position where they could potentially fight for Baron. Cho'Gath is isolated from his team here. He's going to go down. Garen drops the sword on Ramus, but that's the support going down. Not the biggest concern. We see Lee Sin trying to duel Varus here. Varus has decided he does not believe in kiting and is going to get dropped for the ace before Lee Sin even goes down. Lee Sin has made the Wriggles Lantern purchase. As we can see, it's gained him 346 gold. Nodine, it was not worth buying this item. Next time, just go Ancient Golem or Elder Lizard maybe, or just buy some Doran's Blades instead. Because this is not worth its money at the moment. You gotta farm a lot more, even if you do stuff like take Hydra. Yeah, because the combat stats are really not useful. Anyways, we got Zyra going here, trying to stop the inhib turrets from going down. Riven getting very low and dies to creeps, but Kael's going to take up Zyra, only to die and turn to a turret, and Ezreal playing with fate there, and yeah, Udyr's going to eat him. Udyr's still hungry. He turns on the bear stance. Nodine does have his ward to jump away. He's in fact going to use the Q to jump to the Wraiths. He's still got one jump left on him. Randuin slow goes down from Lee Sin. Udyr still chasing, and there's the kick, and he's going to get away without even having to use that ward jump. Solid escape, but yeah, they went a little too hard there. They were all very low after the fight and really couldn't stick around to take turrets. And now, Purple Team has started the dragon. And by Purple Team, I mean Udyr on his own. He's very tanky now, though. He's got that Frozen Heart. Go with the Spirit Visage, his Ancient Golem, and the pieces of Triforce, but Rams is going to come in, fuck around with him a little. Varus taking a lot of damage from Baron. Going to toss the ult down on Rammus by himself. That is a wasted ult that will not be around for the next team fight, excuse me. Yeah, 105-second cooldown. Joel spinning around real quick. I was gonna start the jam, but apparently he was done spinning. Over here we have the two Hydra users fighting over the creep wave. The thing about Wriggles is it does not actually give you bonus gold from minions to prevent laners from buying it and just, you know, power farming for 30 minutes. It only works against monsters. So when Nodine's team eats all the jungle, like you're seeing, as they kind of have a right to. It's nearly 40 minutes in the game. Like it's not really anyone's jungle specifically anymore. He does not make more money off Wriggles, and we can see it's still at 346. So even for ward jumping, I would just recommend a Sightstone on Lee Sin nowadays over that Wriggles Lantern because you get more wards anyways. And honestly, the health from a Ruby Sightstone might be worth more than like these stats really. So. Okay, Kael is just going to go ahead and soul the dragon. She's her Void Staff now. I would probably not have built a Void Staff in this situation, actually, because she has no problem killing, like, any of these people. Like, maybe for Udyr, but Garen's, like, just building MR now. I might have gone Zanya's or even a GA first in this situation, because she's the main damage dealer for their team, so she just needs to worry about staying alive. This core here, Lichbane, Deathcap, Nashor's Tooth, lets you deal, like, an insane amount of damage on Kael already. So I think in this situation, I would have recommended going with some defensive items, but still probably going to work out alright for her. As we see the teams converging around Baron. Purple has one. They got a couple wards around it, so they know they're not doing it, but they know they're around. Purple's a little more together. Varus is lagging behind here, and it looks like Joel is going in on him. Yeah, he pops the ghost, pops the taunt, moves in, but he's outnumbered as the team fights over here. However, this does put blue team at a 4v3, and I think purple team realizes that. They turn around, they start running, and nothing really happens over here. Neither Zyra or Varus really have the most damage to kill Rammus, but here comes Udyr. Rammus is going to go down, but the rest of his team is dying because they left him even more outnumbered. Boom, Cho'Gath goes down. Boom, Garen goes down. So they just traded the support for the support in the top laner, but the top laner is one of the stronger members on the team. So, but as you can see, he just got melted by Kael. Just a little bit of health coming in, a little bit of MR. And they should be able to take this inhib without too much trouble. Their team is busy clearing away the super minions. We got Kael and Lee Sin pushing top lane. What they really want to be right now is pushing this inhib with their team, because when they were outnumbered there, everyone gets eaten by Udyr. Ezreal's out of mana. Excuse me. He might be fucked. Lee Sin's gonna go in on Varus, leaving Ezreal, and he actually gets the kill. And Ezreal's still alive, gets the arcane shift off. Lee Sin comes in. Oh. Ezreal just dies, but they're going to go down 1-for-1. Lee Sin, Nodine's going to get the shutdown gold. Now they should go finish this inhib off. Although, yeah, people are respawning now. So I think what they should have done in that situation was, instead of split pushing top with like barely any minions, just like clear the first wave, then go do this inhib, and then you swing around and like meet up with the minion wave here, and you can start applying pressure there, because they did come out on top those like long series of protracted fights, but they didn't get that much from it. And Garen is chasing them down here, although they are nearly 10k ahead now. So in a fair fight, although quite a bit of that money is on Kayle. Yeah. Oh, Lee Sin's gonna get caught, and Kayle has left him for dead. Ah, there's the war jump. He's gonna get out. Very well there. Not a ton of CC between. I don't know if Cho'Gath hit a rupture, or if he did. Like, they just didn't have enough damage plus CC. Garen's got no CC. There's really like 2 plus the silence, but I have a feeling he stacked the silence with the snare. Which, I mean, like, usually you're fine to do that, I suppose, but like when it's you want to prevent him from war jumping. So Kayle is in position here. Ooh, not the best true shot barrage there, but Kayle taking advantage of position, putting some pressure down on the mid lane. Not anything they can finish though. So Joel's gonna head up, pop the ults, try and start clearing these waves. Didn't really need to use ult there. It's a 51-second cooldown. What's he got? 10% CDR. He's got 10% CDR. Yeah, Riven had Ravenous Hydra plus her Q's, so she could have cleared the wave all the way by herself. And teams converging in the mid lane. We've got 5 from the blue team here, and 5 from the purple as well. And the fight's going to start. Garen's going to jump into all of them, get caught, but still not going down rather tanky. The Varus ult hits Lee Sin. Garen's going to finish him. Meanwhile, Riven goes down to Udyr. Kayle's got to try and call and kite. Ezreal's going to go down as well. Kayle's going to pop the ult now and just try and make it out of there. Blows the flash. Udyr's going to follow. Kayle's got the mana. She can probably turn on him here, although he's now receiving backup from his team. And Udyr with that Triforce, yeah, he's going to tear right through her. Dealing, as the item is supposed to, I guess it doesn't show up in this description, tons of damage. They're now going to let Cho'Gath tank the turret and take this mid-inner turret. After that, was that an ace, or what happened to Rammus? I lost track of Rammus in that fight, quite frankly. Rammus is gonna get scared, but it's at the same time he's gonna scare them away. They're not gonna push any farther. Udyr's just gonna go into the jungle, pick up some of the enemy buffs, and purple team's gonna be happy with their victory. Big minion wave bottom. So Varus is gonna be able to clear that out. Blue team, obviously, with the members still not yet to come up from respawn. We are 44 minutes in the game. Couldn't really take advantage of that wave pressing there. Yeah. Because, like, oftentimes when there's a big wave, you can go to another lane and put a lot of pressure there, and, like, someone's got to go clear it, or they're going to take some serious turret damage or lose a turret, right? But, obviously, when you're dead, that is not an option. We got our handy-dandy Spectator Dragon time here, telling us it's going to be up in 15 seconds. We got the Zyra Seed there ready. Dragon does scale in the new pre-Season 4 era, but it's still not that much of a priority. 45 minutes in the game. I mean, experience is local now, and almost everyone's 18, and we've got a Baron call going straight in. There are multiple wards from the purple team on this, and Kayle is not yet here. She's coming in now, and it looks like that was more of a bait, maybe to try and start a fight. Garen, interestingly, has opted for the Banshee's Veil over the Spirit Visage, which isn't awful against her team. I don't think that's a bad choice. It's not like he's wasting the mana anymore, because Banshee Veil doesn't get mana, and we're seeing the engage now. Rammus in the midst of the purple team, Garen in the midst of the blue. Garen's still not dead, going after Ezreal, but he is going to go down. Got a little too overzealous there. Udyr's going to get chopped down as well, just doesn't have the support damage dealers. And Cho'Gath goes down for the... Zyra gets a double kill. Zyra's taking people down, triple kill. But Kayle's going to pop the ult. Go finish off Zyra. Go finish off her plants. Or not. Ooh. Kayle very low. Whoa. That was a close one. So we have a 4 for 4 in the end. Neither team really able to take advantage of this. They're both very low. Kayle looks like she used that heal on her. She's got the Lich Bane proc ready. She could. Her flash isn't up. But, Varus has no defensive items of any kind. 42 MR. And just over 1200 health. Kayle could have probably killed him there, especially with the Rylai's preventing him from getting away. But yeah, She's high enough health now that she has the advantage in this situation. Garen died first, though, so he's going to be first up. So she'll have to be quick if she wants to take this inhib. Gotta use some spells, get some Lich Bane procs. There we go. Gonna eat a piercing arrow, but she is going to pick up the inhib and try and hightail it out of there. There's not a whole lot of CC, especially with Varus all down, so she's going to be able to make it out of there alright. Big creep wave top for the purple team. Rammus is going to go up and take care of that. Building the Negatron cloak now, likely to build into one of the Spectre's Cowl's items, either Banshee or Spear Visage. He's also got the Sunfire to go with his Randuins. So he is very tanky, especially against physical damage dealers, which make up a good part of their team, although Zyra has been getting more and more dangerous. As you can see, she's gotten a lot of the kills purple team have received lately. The goal lead is actually shrunken for the blue team to about 6.5k. It was nearly 10k earlier, and they're going to start up a dragon once again. This dragon is getting destroyed between the three of them, or Baron, excuse me. A little bit more important than dragon. They're going to back off here. Udyr's going to go in. Riven turns around, and they are attempting to just melt Udyr. They're successful, but Riven's going to get absolutely blown up. Kael's going to turn to fight Garen. No kiting happening here, and so Garen's going to drop the ult on Lee Sin before he goes down. Kael now in trouble, still outnumbered. Ezreal fires off the True Shot Barrage, but isn't moving to come help. Too busy watching his own spells, and Kael is going to die. So that was a 4 for 2 for the purple team, and now they're considering Baron for themselves. Cho'Gath went around. They don't have a smite to help, but if Zyra throws up some plants to tank, yeah, this is going to go down, and Ezreal has no interest in seeing what's going on there. Not a whole lot of ward coverage either, so purple team gonna successfully pick up the Baron. Very nice work. Ezreal's just going to continue on farming the jungle. Now only 3 members are gonna have the buff, but with that done, that reduces blue team's gold lead to about 4k gold, and they will beat the super minions off the Nexus turrets before either of them go down. Health bar is getting kind of low, however, and ooh, was not paying attention here. This turret down to 30 health, and inhibs don't make side lanes push quicker as well, so that was really just a little bit of negligence from the purple side that allowed all those minions to get there and take such a big chunk of the turret. As you can see, Varus is going to be very judicious in clearing this lane out now, making sure that their tower is not under threat here, because another exposed inhib late in the game can mean a whole lot of trouble. Alright, as we near the 50-minute mark here, Rammus is going to lead the charge. Get down and spin a little. Oh man, look at that swagger. Teams are looking like they're going to go for the good old group up mid strategy. Varus is backing. Okay, no. But yeah, purple team seems intent on pushing this lane down. Varus is going to start and finish rather quickly the dragon. He's a late game AD carry. Not going to be hard. Dragon might scale, but it is still no Baron. And taking a little bit of jungle. The reason they're going to have issues pushing the mid lane is obviously their inhibitor is still down. And ooh, the team pings Varus, but he does not seem to care too much and goes on backing. So they're definitely not going to be able to push mid at the moment, especially with Udyr retreating in jungle. They just don't have the numbers. So the Hydra wielders have gone off and split push, Nodine saving this tower from a big creep wave here. Riven going to come back around as their whole team goes MIA. She gets perhaps rightfully worried as it looks like they're heading that direction, and they're currently going for the hide in a brush strategy. Varus now heading top lane to split push, although the wave is very far up, so yeah. He's going to take golems and back off. I cannot check chat log to tell you when Baron's up. But right now there's a whole lot of posturing and not a whole lot of action. They know they want to push mid, so they're all waiting around the mid turret, but looks like they might finally come in for some action now. Now would be the time to strike as well. Riven's not here. She's going to hustle up there. But not before a fight goes down. Udyr gets chunked really low. He's gone for the Stinger to build into a Zephyr, no doubt. But so he's not building more tankiness, so he's falling behind the damage that's still scaling. Although, interestingly, Ezreal has a Randuin's. Huh. Yeah, Udyr and Garen going back to back. Rammus is going to move up without fear, and dance around a little bit. So blue team successfully defending that assault, but the purple inhibitor is now up. So any pushes down the mid lane going to be much more effective for the purple team. Riven backing very close to base. Probably be quicker if she just, walked with her like 600 dashes, but alright, so blue team making a move bot lane, 3 of them. This is going to leave middle exposed though. Lee Sin going top to try and save this turret. I think he's going to be too late. Yep. He's going to stick around mid to see what he can do, but with half the team bot, they are going to be able to move in on this turret. Garrett just moving right in and tanking it. Riven and Lee Sin doing what they can to stop it. Zyron up split pushing the top lane. Joel's going to powerball in, but the turret goes down. Silence going down. Virasalt catching everyone who is there of the blue team. But now Kayla's here, and she immediately goes to work on Garen. Ezreal just living, kiting back, able to take out Udyr. Garen going to try and get out of there, but oh no, he's going to be caught by Riven. Cho'Gath similarly cut down. Ooh, Zyra goes down. Spell combo there, picks up the triple. All in all, that's a 4 for 3 for the blue team, but they don't have nearly as much health as Zyra, so she's going to try and lay down some hurt on the inhib. Kayle, too afraid, wants to go back and heal before she clears out the minions, but yeah. Ezreal with his home guards will get there in time, and the inhibitor will stay up. Excuse me. So after those fights, where everyone dies, there's not a lot you can do as Justin AP Zyra. So she is going to back off. They did probably come out ahead in that fight though, the purple team, due to the fact that they took down the turret, putting the lanes at kind of equality. So I was going to hurry back before they can take down their inhibitor in the mid lane, but yeah. The gold lead, we are now within 1.5k gold, but inhibitor goes down. Zyra is not able to defend against full health. Although they had positional advantage and money advantage overall from what they did here, the fact was that after these two healed up, the strategic situational advantage was definitely in their hands, and they were able to push and take that inhib, and this is going to make it very hard, especially this late in the game with how strong the minions are, for the purple team to contest the Baron that's going to be up in a minute and a half. They're also going to have to make sure they clear the lanes. They can't have any big waves pushing down here. That can definitely cause an issue. If it's late in the game and you got to do some Baron dancing, you can't be allowing your base structures to be taking damage at the same time. Blue team trying to push out everything, get everything going, like I said. Basically, I don't know if these people are taking Baron timers. It's low silver, high bronze, like I said. But if they know Baron's up in a minute, they're trying to get the waves all situated as best they can to be ready for that fight. We've got basically full builds across the board here. The one exception being the supports, who are just on pieces of their last item still. But for the most part, absolute full builds. Riven has gotten herself a GA, so that's pretty interesting. Yeah, we see Alexa's on for brilliance, but no fortitude on Ezreal. We see Elixirs, yeah, we got some people potted up. Everyone full items, really, at this point, especially with each team having a fairly tanky member. If there's a really decisive fight, like if there's 3 members up for either side after an ace, it's going to be game. We're 55 minutes in the game. One fight could end it here. The teams are not bothering for Baron. Rammus is going up to try and split push, and so blue team going to back away from mid, attempt to join him. The creep wave is way back here, though. So are they going to back up? No, Udyr and Garen go in. Ooh! Kayle goes down before she can ult herself. Absolutely destroyed. That is the primary damage dealer. Rammus is going to go down. Looks like Lee Sin gets knocked up, and Riven's GA is going to go down. Zyra has Zhonya'd, and she is going to live as Ezreal dies. Riven dies as well. It is currently a 4 for nothing, excuse me. Udyr is going to attempt to chase down Lee Sin, make this the ace. Does he have enough damage? Varus getting enough piercing armor, not enough to kill Lee Sin. Lee Sin fairly tanky at this stage in the game. In addition, the Randuins and actives really helping him out. Cho'Gath going to flash the wall, really to no avail. But Garen and Zyra forced to defend the base. They cannot push because of the super minions. Are Varus and Cho'Gath still going to go for the win? However, they have 25 seconds until Kale is up. Looking unlikely. I think they're just going to take the inhib here and back off. Yeah, Lee Sin returning to lane with his home guards fully healed. Looking like they want to push in a little more. Cho'Gath is tanking the turrets. Lee Sin trying to set himself up for a jump onto Varus. Successfully does so. Kicks him back into turret range. Varus does have that GA. He pops the barrier. But, Cho'Gath forced to retreat, taking too much turret damage. And Varus is going to die here as the rest of the purple team gets up. Very nice positioning from Lee Sin. Not so much from Cho'Gath, who failed to realize he needed to protect his carry in that situation. Last Whisper, Ravenous Hydra plus a little extra AD from the Mallet is actually a lot more dangerous than it seems. And Varus found that out the hard way and had no chance of getting out of there, because once his GA was popped, the rest of the team was up. So now with a 5v4 advantage, including the AD carry being down, blue team can kind of flex their guns here. And yeah, it's looking like they will be attempting the two-man Baron here. Or no, the team is going to come and help. But this Baron, unlikely to be contested. They want to defend their inhib, despite the fact that they have super minions. Purple team too busy sitting around in the base. There's nothing to buy at this point, guys. And Baron goes down completely uncontested. Blue team's going to try and line up for a final push, is my guess. And oh boy, Udyr, little cut off. He's going to make it around safely. Kale is backing. Riven is backing. Why are you backing? You have Baron regen. There's nothing to buy. Oh, she's going to finish her cleaver, maybe? I didn't realize she wasn't done the cleaver. No? A really pointless back there. Well, Rammus has at least things goodbye. Looks like he's going to buy GA with this. But yeah, really strange decision to back instead of press the advantage. Well, Varus was still dead. Lee Sin going to go ahead and solo Dragon. Finish it off quite easily. But blue team seeming to be playing really defensive. They are up in gold a little bit still. But I guess from their perspective, they might not know that, seeing that they're behind in kills. I think that a fair fight in this situation can really go either way, as we saw. It's all about whether Kale gets to ult herself, or whether they can lock her down with CC. Rammus has that GA now. I believe he's probably the poorest person in the game. No, he has more total gold than Cho'Gath, so yeah. Looks like he just maybe spent more on wards. he sold the Sightstone. He's bronze 1 though. It's okay. He can afford to do that, I think. Yeah, not a whole lot of wards. We got a couple around Baron, and they're gonna push that mid inhib. Purple team not knowing how to react. No one goes in, no one defends. Inhib is down. The Baron buff is up. They can sit around here, try and force a fight, or try and take some other objectives. Looks like Lee Sin was thinking bot while the rest of the team was thinking top. They're going to go top. Now Purple's going to come in. Grasping Roots down onto Rammus. That's not where really who you want to be hitting, though. Udyr going in deep, and Rammus is caught up. GA will be popped. Lee Sin deep under enemy lines, and he's going to get chomped by Cho'Gath and go down. Kale flashing out. Rammus also dead. Zyra knockup comes in. Kale gets blown up. Ezreal is the last man standing, and he will go down. He will indeed. That was a 5-0 for the purple team. It's looking like they're just trying to try and push for the win now. Bot inhibitor turret goes down. Udyr's running out there. He does still need his team kind of to help, but we are now past 60 minutes. These are maximum spawn timers. An inhib will have to die, though. He's going to correctly target the top inhib where they have minions coming. The rest of the purple team ignoring the blue team minions and just attempting to push in for the win. Trying to tank the turret. His team is not with him, though. They are trying to clear the waves, but with 20 seconds and full item builds, they should be able to do this. Zyra finishing the inhib. That's always classic. The one person who thinks the inhib is more important than winning the game. But purple team will take the game. Unfortunate for Joel and Nodine, but things did not turn out their way this time. Thanks for watching the second half of this game, which was still like a half an hour on its own. I'm gonna now go back and vent and tell these guys that, oh wow, I guess you lost. See you guys later.